They know whatever money they're spending is not theirs. They know I've never given them permission to spend it. They know I've never stepped foot in Pat and Ronnie's apartment or the ground floor apartment next door. That drunkard man knows I've never spoken to him. He knows I've never communicated with him in any way, verbally or non-verbally. He knows all that. So does Pat and so does Ronnie. You want me to go over there and tell them what they already know? Why? Because they're just going, oh, did I do that? Was that your money? Where are they getting the money from? Some jackass with a badge saying that he's incurring expenses over me and Jake, really? Nobody's ever spent a dime on me and Jake but me. I don't have any money except for whatever child support I get and whatever pay I got from Circle K. That's it. You might say me different sides of their fucking teeth. The kickback scheme is what it is. And that drunkard man, it doesn't even live here on the street. He goes to Pat and Ronnie's second floor apartment next door where Jake and I have never stepped foot. And have never had a single conversation with Pat and Ronnie or their visitors. Or anybody on the ground floor next door either. That's pathetic. And what gets me is seeing these people doing what they're doing in front of God and everybody. You can see what they're doing. Anybody driving by can see it. They see them standing out there doing 180s as soon as Jake and I hit our door to walk out, staring at Jacob like he's a fucking turkey for Thanksgiving dinner. That's what it is. It's a money game. And I swear to God, you know, nobody ever promised me a rose garden, and I would give every dime I had to anybody that would set me and my son free and give us our lives back to live as normal human beings without this kind of bullshit. I don't have any money to give, and if there's any money that's supposed to be mine and my son's, I've never been informed of it, never gotten it, never seen it, don't have any knowledge of it. And anybody that's spending it has never had my permission to do that. So that's it. And there's no other way to say it. That's the truth of it. And these people are dangerous. They have threatened to kill me and my son. They have screamed things, threatening violence against me and my son, which is a crime. I've got them on video doing it. Communicating threats of violence is a crime. And you got a jackass with a badge holding your dick for you while you do it. I guess you get out of jail free cards to do that, so you can steal for a jackass with a badge. It's a kickback scheme. Pat and Ronnie don't have anything to do with me and Jake. And I mean, that man, it's so ridiculous. You can look at the video I've got of just walking down the stairs, beer cans all over the place over there. That's what they are. And that's what it is. Just straight trash niggers. And they call each other niggers, and they get in arguments out over there and call each other niggers. So don't tell me I'm saying something that's not true. That's what they call themselves. So don't call me a racist for saying that. And there are plenty of black people that would stand up and give me an ovation for calling it what it is, because they're sick of them too in this country. So that's all this is. Is a kickback scheme to make me and my son disappear, so jackass with a badge can get away with murder. And I expect as many death threats as Jake and I did to go through. And that's probably a true statement. You know, I work very hard to protect my son and for him to receive a good education and be successful for playing for his future. I'm the one who did that all by myself as his mother, and I've raised him since he was born. I gave birth to him. I don't need anybody else to do it for me. I know how to do it, and I damn sure wouldn't trust some bunch of fucking drunks that I've got on video drinking for hours at a time, threatening violence. Any cop that would trust somebody like that, and I've got those videos uploaded on YouTube, should be immediately suspended. You're giving money to these people to supervise that woman and her son, and they're drinking all the time, threatening to beat them up and stuff. Excuse me, I'm sorry, officer, where did you learn that technique? Because you didn't learn it from the Shreveport Police Department. If you're doing it because it's illegal, which means that it's not even close to being invisible. Can I prove it? You bet your sweet ass I can. And it doesn't matter because nobody gives a fuck about the truth. So the right thing for me to do would be to go over there with about 5 guys that are big enough to rip somebody's arms off and beat the living shit out of them. And I think if I went over there with 5 guys like that, they'd probably all drop to their knees. First they'd call the cops. I'm going to have to make sure they didn't call the cops. They call Jackass with a badge that's holding their dicks for them while they do this shit. And expect the cop to protect them. And that's what you do. That's how you have to deal with them. And I've never done anything like that. I've never ever assaulted or battered anybody. But I mean, you can see if you put a camera out here, you can see that Jake and I are over in this apartment. If somebody wanted to surveil this property, instead of just listening to what Pat and Ronnie say and what the drunkards say, you put a camera out in the yard. You see the nigger went over, the drunkard man got out of the red car and went up to Pat's apartment, and then I was in my living room. My son was in my Durango downstairs. Yeah. Which means, guess what? He didn't have any contact with me or Jake, and I hadn't made or received any phone calls. Yeah, I can prove it too. But let's not get hung up on anything like the truth. God help us if the drunks and the fucking snitches and dubheads had to work for a living. Really.